Hi, and welcome to the Email Society. I'm Fiorella, and I'm very excited to be sharing with you a few tips and tricks and different ways to make improvements to your email design. Here is a mock email of important product update. This is a common email that is sent out to teams, particularly by product managers. And so we're going to be working on this email, and I will be sharing a few tips and tricks on how to make an improvement to this. So let's start off with the subject line. So here you see this is the subject line, and we have here important product update. Now, a lot of people might feel like this is a really good subject line, right? And it could be. But there's always a way to make this a little bit better because it's still kind of vague. If you work in a large organization where there are a lot of product updates and you work maybe for different teams, this might be too vague for you. Now, if you're in a small company where you and your manager work side by side, then this is probably totally fine. But let's just assume that you're working for a large organization, right? So in this case, we can take out important because product updates are important. And let's instead specify what exactly it is. So it's the product update version 2.0. That can be more specific, and you can get even more specific, but you want to keep it short and concise at the same time. So that here's just one example of that. Now, the next way that we can make this a little bit, we can improve this a little bit more is let's go into here, and instead of saying hi, let's do hello team. All right, let's do hello team. All right, so now we've already made a couple of improvements, right? With updating the subject line, and then just having a nice warm opening. Now in here, you'll see there's a long paragraph, a couple like long paragraph formats. And if I extended this screen out, this text will just keep going, like running all across the page, right? We've all seen that, and it kind of can be really hard to read. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to kind of review this text here. So let's read this. Here are the details and highlights on the latest update on our product development version 2.0. We added a dark mode option for users who prefer a dark theme, improved the performance, stability in the app, and fixed bugs, and so forth, right? So here's a lot of information. Is there anything important in here? Because then I also see here where it says, here are the action items for each of you. So this is kind of crucial information, right? Are there any important dates that you can catch? I see a date right here. Now, if you look at this email for just a few seconds as you're going through your inbox and you receive this, although this is from your product manager and you are going to make this a priority to review, you could have so many other tasks and you might have something that is coming up really soon that is due. And so you might miss this, right? So this is where Emily's job comes into play, right? As the writer of the email, her job is to have effective communication with her team. And so what we want to do is make improvements as email where it's easy to catch certain things like call to actions, highlighting important dates, and so forth. So we have a couple key things to do here. So let's say, and here where she said, here are the details and highlights of our latest update in product development version 2.0. So let's do this instead. Let's go in here and let's add some basic bullet points, right? Because it's great to highlight all the things that they improved on, and we want to highlight that. And at the same time, we also want to make sure that people catch that because when you're launching a new product, I'm sure you worked on it for weeks and it could be months and it could be a whole year project as well. So we want to highlight those features, right? We want to highlight the product updates. So here we added a dark mode option for users. We improved we improved the performance, stability, and the app. Let's do integration. So now what I'm doing right now is I'm capitalizing all these letters. So making sure integration, integrated a feedback system that allows users to rate apps. Yep. And then I'm going to take out these commas because we don't need a comma at the end, but we will add a period because these are sentences. And I am not a grammar nerd. I wish I was. I worked with lots of grammar nerds, and you'll probably find out that I'm terrible at it. But I have a lot of resources that I use to help me do my job right, and one of them is Grammarly. So I will be talking about Grammarly later down the road. But yeah, so here we go. So this is what we have so far. So now look, we've improved the email by adding these bullet points to highlight the product features that have been improved. Now let's go on to here where it says, here are the action items that let's see, sorry, here are the action items for each of you. Okay. Oh, wait. Actually, let's go back here. So up here it says enhance the security and privacy of the app by encrypting the data and using authentication. Okay, look, we are planning to launch. So this is not a product feature. This is a action date. So we are planning to launch version 2.0 on January 15th. Oh, and this means, see, and even I didn't read this email. Okay, so this is the details. How about we are planning to launch version 2.0 in January 17th. So let's do this. Let's highlight this launch date and let's make this bold. Okay, hi team, launch date. And then let's do this. Action steps, Control B, and then let's do, this means we have less than a month to finalize. Less than a month. Let's do that. So this person is requesting testing. Less than a month to finalize the testing and deployment of the app. Here's the action for you. And now let's put this in bullet points. And David. Let's do that. And let's make the team members in bold so that each person catches their name. And they have, I mean, there's so much more information here, right? If you keep reading on. And I felt like this is urgent because we're on December 18th and I know everyone's going to go on vacation. So this is crucial information, people, right? So, okay, so far we made a couple improvements to the email. Hi, team. All right, this is what we've been updating. This is the things that we've updated on the development. Here are the details to highlight on the latest update. All right, this is the launch date. We're planning to launch version 2.0 on January 15, 2024. That's coming up real soon here. That is, yeah, all right, action steps. So this means we have less than a month. Yes, I have bolded that. Is that a bold move? Yes, it is. But guess what? We don't have that much time to work on this, right? So let's do that now. Of course, we can get into the whole, if you didn't plan this right, is this my problem? The truth that is a whole that can go be a whole nother subject. My job though is to help you communicate the information that you need to get to the people that you need it to get to, right? So that's my job here. So we do want them to catch this information. Let's do some, what I'm going to do here, because look what I see. I see people's names, I see a project, and I see due dates, and they're different. And it looks like one probably triggers the other, right? So this is where my practice really comes into place. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to insert, let's see, there's 4 employees, there's 4 people in the team, and then there's three free variables, right? There is the employee name, the task, and the due date, right? And there's 4 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a header. So I'm going to do team member, task, due date. Okay. And now I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. I'm going to put this in here. And actually, oops, let's go back. Let's do one more undo. Let us take out these bullet points. All right. That way we don't save this format. And I'm going to do, oops, I don't know why I'm not getting my full sentence here, but all right, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. All right. So we have here team member. Now let's take this out and then let's do January. All right, let's take that one out. January. Okay. XXX. And you'll sometimes hear me describing what I'm doing, or and that is also because I'm dyslexic and I need to sometimes hear out loud what I'm doing. All right, so here we go. And I'm going to take out these colons. All right, so here we go. All right, so now let's do this. Let's make these bold. I'm going to make this white because I'm going to fill this in with, let's do a green. Let's do hmm, I don't know, let's do an orange. I know it's not that pretty, but we'll do that. Okay, so now we have the team member, we have the task, and we have the due date. And now look at that. Look how clear that is, right? And and that's pretty much it, right? Like you have all the information you need. We can make this a little bit shorter like that and expand it a little bit more. That way each person's information is here. Let's correct some of this grammar, description. Let's take out by. Okay. And now we can make a little bit, we can design this a little bit nicer. We can do, let's do no border. And let's just do, let's see, let's just do these lines. Okay, so now you can just see it way more clearly. Let's put a bottom line in here too. Let's do, oh, I only have that line. Okay, all right, here we go. And that's it. So now let's take a look at this email. All right, so hello team. Here are the details and highlights on the latest update on our product development version 2.0. And then you have all the updates right here. We have the launch date, we have action steps, and then we have, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I appreciate your hard work and dedication to this project. Together we can make version 2.0 a success. And there we go. So now Emily, the product manager, doesn't have to be worried about her team members missing this key information. Now, I'm sure they might have a project management software. They might have, they might be using all sorts of tools and resources. But again, if you can belong to a large organization and at the same time be limited with some of the resources and tools. And so this is part of the reason why creating effective emails for your network is going to help your team in the long run have this like great communication, even if this information is already found in a different kind of software. This is just going to be another way where people can go through and take a look and see what is it that they need to do. Let me just delete this. All right, because this right here already tells them to do this thing. All right, so yeah, all right, and let's capitalize this team. Might not be grammatically correct, but it's okay to be positive. And then there's a couple of things that we can do in here as well. You know, we can improve the language a little bit more, but I think overall, I think we've made some really good improvements on this. All right, so this is the email that we have made improvements to, right? So you can see we updated the subject line. We changed it to a warm greeting. We changed the entire layout. We included here a table highlighting the team members, the tasks, and due dates. Yeah, and so therefore Emily, the product manager, should not be worried about her team missing these key dates here, right? So let's take a look at the original email. Let's see here. All right, so you see, this is where we started. This is what we received. And you know what? This is a good draft version of an email, right? Like you gotta throw all of the information that you need in order to start to lay it out the proper way, right? So this is a great starting point because we have here all the key information, all the key dates, all of the product features, everything that Emily wanted to share with her team. She has it all in here. So there's nothing wrong with this necessarily. It's just that with these few improvements, now you can rest assured that Emily's team members are not going to miss these important due dates and these tasks. And Alice, Bob, Charlie, and David are probably also going to be really happy that they have Emily as their product manager because she's doing an amazing job at communicating effectively with her team. And definitely the ball is not going to be dropped on their side. All right. So thank you so much. thank you for joining me and watching this full video. I know it was pretty long, and thank you for sticking around and watching till the end. If you have any questions, please email me at fio@emailsociety.store. I'm happy to answer your questions. I also am going to be launching my website really soon where I'll be offering free templates so that you can play around with them and work with tables and cells like you see here, and how to organize your information for your team and for your network to build that influence. All right, have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.